Let me ask you something, and I want you to really sit with this question. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and said out loud, "I am wealthy, I am successful, I am enough"? And I don't mean mumbling it under your breath while simultaneously calculating how much your electricity bill went up this month. I mean really said it with your whole chest, like you meant it. If you just laughed a little nervously, good. That means you're exactly where you need to be, and this video is going to change something in you today. Hello, my darling. Welcome. I am so glad you are here, and I want you to know that you didn't stumble onto this video by accident. The universe has a wonderfully precise sense of humor, and it tends to deliver exactly what we need right when we're ready to receive it. So take a breath, settle in, because we are going to talk about money, success, confidence, and the sneaky little stories your mind has been telling you that have been quietly, politely, and very persistently keeping all three of them at arm's length. Now, let's be honest with each other, because that's what I'm here for. How many of you have tried affirmations before? You stood in front of that mirror, maybe felt a little silly, said, "I am rich," 3 times, waited approximately 45 seconds for a suitcase of cash to appear, and when it didn't, you concluded that affirmations are nonsense for people with too much free time. I see you. I have seen many of you, and I understand completely, because nobody tells you the full picture. Nobody explains the why behind the practice. They just hand you a list of phrases and send you on your way, and then wonder why it doesn't work. Today, we are going to fix that. Here's what I want you to understand first. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not someone who is just bad with money, or not the confident type, or someone whose success seems to avoid like a polite stranger at a party. None of that is true. What is true is that from the time you were very small, probably before you could even tie your own shoes, you were absorbing messages from your family, from your neighborhood, from teachers, from television, from the way the adults around you talked about money when they thought no one was listening. Things like, "We can't afford that," or "Who do you think you are?" or "People like us don't get lucky like that." And your little sponge brain, doing exactly what it was designed to do, soaked all of it up and filed it under facts about how life works. And here is the thing, my darling. That filing system has been running your financial life ever since. This is not a blame your parents situation, by the way. They were running their own old programming too. This is simply how the human mind works. Neuroscience has actually caught up with what many of us have been saying for decades. Your brain has what researchers call neural pathways, essentially grooves of thought that get worn deeper the more you use them. When you think the same thought repeatedly, whether it's "I always struggle with money," or "I'm not smart enough to be successful," that pathway gets stronger. It becomes automatic. Your brain starts defaulting to it the same way water follows the same groove in the earth. Not because it has to, but because it's the path of least resistance. Now, here is the beautiful, almost ridiculous good news. You can dig new grooves. You can literally, physically, neurologically rewire the way your brain thinks about money, success, and your own worth. And affirmations, when used correctly, are one of the most direct tools for doing exactly that. Not because saying "I am wealthy" makes money rain from the sky, although wouldn't that be something, but because repetition changes belief, and belief changes behavior, and behavior changes results. It is a chain reaction. It just requires a little more patience than 45 seconds. So let's talk about how to actually do this in a way that works. Step 1, and this is the one nobody wants to do but everyone needs to do, is to identify the old story. I want you to get a piece of paper right now, if you can, and write down the first 3 thoughts that come to mind when you think about money. Not what you wish you thought, what you actually think. Be honest with yourself. It might be something like, "Money is hard to come by," or "I always spend more than I earn," or even "Rich people are selfish and I don't want to be like them." Oh, that last one is a sneaky one, isn't it? Plenty of us have been quietly refusing abundance because somewhere deep down we associate wealth with being a bad person. Write it all down. You can't change what you haven't acknowledged. Step 2 is to choose a new story. For every old belief you wrote down, I want you to craft a new affirmation that is the truth you are choosing to grow into. Not a lie, not a fantasy, but a seed of possibility stated as present truth. Instead of "money is hard to come by," try "money flows to me easily and frequently." Instead of "I'm not confident enough," try "I am growing more confident every single day." Instead of "I don't deserve success," try and really let this one land. "I am worthy of every good thing that comes to me." Say that one again. "I am worthy of every good thing that comes to me." Did you feel any resistance just now? Good. That resistance is the old groove telling you to stay put, keep going anyway. Step 3, and this is where the magic actually lives, is consistency over intensity. You don't need to spend 3 hours a day doing affirmations. What you need is to do them daily, with feeling, with intention, and with just a little bit of the willingness to believe, even when your brain is side-eyeing you. Morning is wonderful, because you are setting the tone for your entire day. Stand in front of that mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love deeply and believe in completely, because you deserve that from yourself more than you've probably been giving it. Step 4 is to pair your affirmations with action. This is the bridge between the inner work and the outer results. If you are affirming that you are confident, take one small, courageous action that day. Send the email, make the call, raise your hand in the meeting. If you are affirming abundance, do one thing that demonstrates financial respect for yourself. Create a simple budget. Open the savings account you've been putting off. Learn one new thing about investing. The universe responds to energy in motion, my darling. Words plant the seed. Actions water it. Step 5 is to be patient with yourself and ruthlessly kind. You did not build these beliefs overnight. You will not dismantle them overnight either. But every single day that you choose a new thought, you are weakening the old pathway and strengthening the new one. Some days it will feel natural and wonderful. Other days you will say your affirmations and feel nothing but awkward and skeptical. Say them anyway. Show up for yourself anyway. That is what consistency looks like in real life. Here is what I know to be true with every fibre of my being. The life you want is not somewhere out there waiting for someone more deserving to claim it. It is waiting for you to believe you are allowed to have it. Money is not the enemy. Success is not reserved for a certain type of person. Confidence is not something you either have or you don't. These are all things you can cultivate, nurture, and grow. Starting today, starting right now, starting with the very next thought you choose to think. So here is your one small step for today. Just one. Write down 3 affirmations. One about money, one about success, and one about your confidence and your worth. Put them somewhere you will see them tomorrow morning. And tomorrow, look at them. Take a breath and say them out loud with as much belief as you can gather, even if it's only a crumb's worth of belief to start. That crumb is enough. That crumb is a beginning. If this resonated with you today, I want to hear from you. Leave me a comment below. Tell me one affirmation you are committing to this week. When we speak things into the world, even in a comment section, we are declaring them. We are making them real. And if you want more of this, more tools, more truth, more reminders that you are capable of far more than you have yet allowed yourself to believe, then subscribe and stay close. Because we are just getting started, and the best of what is possible for you has not even arrived yet. You are loved. You are worthy. And you are so much more powerful than you know.